Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be looking at how do you find perimeter. So similar to these problems that you see up on the screen. Just a reminder, this is the speedrun version where we go through it pretty quickly. If you'd like the normal version of the lesson, I will link that in the description below. All right, your Ricasso Recap starts now. In 30 seconds or less, here's what you need to know before you start this lesson. Firstly, you should already know how to solve equations similar to this problem that you see up on the screen. If you'd like a refresher on this topic, I will link that in the description below. Please go watch that before you start this lesson. All right, new lesson starts now. Here we go. Okay, perimeter in a movie or a TV show, when the guard says, I'm going to go check the perimeter, what they're saying is they're going to go, walk along the fence or walk the outside of the building, right? They're walking sort of around whatever it is they're guarding. And so perimeter just means the distance around a shape. It comes from the Greek word peri, which means around, metron, which means to measure. So we're just measuring around. So this is a rectangle, and hopefully we realize that even though we don't have all the sides, right, in a rectangle, oops, get my pen, this side and this side are exactly the same. So that means this is 26 feet, and similarly here, 21 and 21 feet. And now we just find the distance around this object, we just add up all the numbers, right? So 21, 26, 21, 26. You can do that by hand in your head or with calculator. When you do that, you should get 94 feet, and this is the perimeter. Okay, the distance around the rectangle. Now, even when the shapes get weird, perimeter is still the same definition, right? So we're still just going to add up all these numbers. Just be careful that you don't skip any. And once you've added up all the numbers, you should get 58 meters. All right, this last one is a little different because they tell you they basically give you the answer here, right? They say the perimeter is 62 inches. So we know that the definition of perimeter is just add up all the sides, right? So if I do z plus 10 plus 10 plus z plus 10 plus 10, it should equal the perimeter, which they told me is 62. And now this is an equation, right? Combine like terms, so boom, boom, boom. Combine the z's, you would get 2z plus 40 equals 62. And now we should know how to solve this from here. And once you solve it, maybe you can solve that in your head, but you should get z equals 11. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it's time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these two problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now they've had time to work these problems. Let's check your solutions. Okay, for the first problem, they told you in the instructions that all the sides are the same length. So 13 plus 13 plus 13 gives you 39 centimeters. And for the second problem, should have gotten z equals 10, and here's the work if you want to check your answer. All right, that's it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.